I wanna walk around the compound, see some tigers. There they go with the transport cage. We started off the last webcast in this enclosure, and we're starting off this webcast in this enclosure as well. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here? Huh. Oh. More toys. That's peculiar. Toys. Ball. Mickey. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is too familiar. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's right, folks. These little Tiggies are inside the enclosure that was, up until very recently, inhabited by Mr. Zeus Caboose. And we just got them in there. Oh, and if you're wondering what that is, those are our lemurs. Those are our lemurs. Those are our interns. Well, intern and then intern supervisor Heather. She's not an intern anymore. Use those disparaging words. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. That is my butt. But yeah, but the lemurs, they I don't know. They'll see like a bird flying around too close, or maybe they'll see like one of the sheepdogs from next door will kind of come like walking around in some of the adjacent fields, and then they start numbers. They start calling out like that, all in unison. You know, ah, danger, ah, dismay and mayhem, ah. But yeah, we just got these boys inside of this enclosure. Just got the, oh, hi bud. Beam beam. Just got these boys in this enclosure, and they are exploring. Whoa! My goodness. Frisky pants. Frisky pants. Big area to run and play. So yeah, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. So yeah. So that's a very inappropriate use of the space. Much better than Ace's old enclosure. Ooh. Singing. Got some kitty cats singing. Look at those boys. Look at those boys. And time marches on. Life carries on. What are you doing, you weirdos? They are exploring. They are exploring, having a good time. Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So yeah, good times. Good times. Hello, all of you big cat lovers out there. It is me, Derek, again, and welcome to another super duper fantastic, magnificent, splendid Tiggy in the new enclosure walk around the compound webcast. Now, if you just excuse me for a second, I have to put the chain and the lock back onto the door over here. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. I'm just going to leave it down right there, so just hold on tight. Just hold on tight. La 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 la. Do 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 do. La 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 la. La la la. Putting the chain back on. Putting the chain back on. Do 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 do. All right. We are done putting the chain back onto the enclosure. So yeah. Yeah. New times. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, gosh, gotta open up this gate. This thing gets really tricky. So there we go. And you gotta realize, you know, you're dealing with metal, and metal, it absorbs heat, and it bows and flexes and contracts as heat fluctuates, and it can be a little bit difficult to open and close enclosures at one time of the day versus another time of the day. So an enclosure that's nearly impossible to open in the morning might be a breeze to open up in the afternoon. Oh, a little tidbit. Oh gee, I didn't even think about that, Derek, but now I know that. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. All right. Gotta see some other kitties. Gotta see some other kitty cats. Because that's what the Walk Around the Compound webcast is all about. Walking around the compound, seeing some kitty cats. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Got a box. Got a box from Quest Nutrition. Yeah. They were just like, hey, you do things and you work out and stuff like that, which I do. And they sent one. And it just, they just did. It wasn't even just like, hey, if you do this and just say things on your webcast and stuff like that, then we'll just say. It was great because it's actually one of the only, like, sports bars things that I actually enjoy eating and aren't full of complete garbage, because most of those, like, protein bars are not really good for you. But Quest bars are good. And they sent me a bunch of stuff. And I didn't even ask them to. They just did. Oh, that's great. Oh, yes. Hollywood, huh? Am I right, folks? It's just so Hollywood. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, no, Teegees. Teegees. That was, and then those stinking lemurs are just going to keep on going. Look how pretty Melita is. You're a very pretty girl, do you know that? So, when burying Zeus, this is a little bit of an abrupt, kind of segue, but that was an interesting experience. Buried him shortly after I filmed the last webcast, and down in our cemetery where we have the other, the cat's buried. And there's a water hose that's by Akari's enclosure, and I knew that it was there. And Heidi said, like, you gotta be careful. There's that water line because it extends to from over here to there's a pump that's over here, and we knew that. He said, you gotta be careful when you're digging over there. So I'm like, yeah, I know. So I thought that I was eyeballing everything just right. I thought that everything was good, and I thought that I was digging properly. Turns out I wasn't, and I hit one of the water lines. About an inch and a half PVC underground, and luckily I didn't. I mean, well, it doesn't really matter whether I did or whether I didn't. I had to cut the stinking pipe anyway underground. But one of those kind of things. It's kind of like whether you're having kind of a crappy enough day as it is, and that's like the last thing that you kind of need happening. What is with all the cats just kind of like they're laying down and like they're just like looking away? It's like, what are you, like, editorializing, huh? You editorializing this webcast? Like, I really don't care for your views, Derek. Huh, Sid? Sid. Pretty girl. Ooh. Hi. Hi, baby. Nice sugar pie. You're a good girl. He's a good girl. But, yeah, it happened kind of later at night, and that stunk, because, goodness. Okay, sorry. I accidentally hit the back button. It went back. Didn't mean to. Sorry. All right. Back on track. When I broke that water line. Hi, Wally. Hi. You got to realize that in this area, the only place that I can go and get materials to fix it, PVC stuff, is Lowe's over in Decatur, Texas. Which actually you can see. You can actually see Decatur from here. It's on the horizon yonder. Past those trees. That's where Decatur is. But it's about 15 minutes of a drive to get there. And it was about like 8:20 when I broke that line and water was, and I, you know, of course, like water's going into the hole that is supposed to be Zeus's grave. And I run over and I turn the pump off and I'm like, okay, you gotta realize that shuts off the water everywhere. Shuts off the water to the vet center, shuts off the water to our house. No one has water because I broke that pipe, or separated the connecting pieces. And when you do that, I mean, like there was like cracks in it. So I guess, yeah, broken, whatever. Semantics. Regardless, 8:20, Lowe's closes at 9. Noe, you are very cute. Oh my gosh, Wally, why are you being so opinionated about this? Noe, look at how beautiful you are. So adorable. Totes. Totes adorbs. But Lowe's closes at 9. And I'm trying to find pieces around here, and I'm trying to figure out stuff like that. So, you know, and sunlight is going away. And I don't know, like, you know, for those of you who... For those of you who work in agricultural situations or outdoor situations or anything like that, I mean, you realize that sunlight is it's a precious resource. It's a precious commodity. It's a finite resource. It goes away. And you know, so it was getting dark and I'm like, crap, I don't want to do this by, you know, tractor light. So I had to race over there, find the parts, race back, fix the thing, adjust my orientation, move over, dig another hole, because I had already basically dug the hole about 3 foot deep by that point. So I had to switch gears, dig another one, and then actually get Zeus in the ground. So, needless to say, that evening, I've had better. I've had better. I was going to go over to Archie. Let's see if we can get Archie to come to us. Arch! Arch! Ah! He's not even acknowledging us. Oh, that is so far beyond beyond failure. Oh, Arch. Didn't even get you to the point of acknowledging. Again, backs. A back-turned cat. And you won't even look. You won't even look. Archie, 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 look. Oh, really? Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't even know that you were there. Oh, well, hello, Derek. Oh, it's a pleasure meeting you here. What is this? Some sort of conspiracy. The Stripey conspiracy. Huh, that's probably going to be the name of the webcast. That's how it gets chosen sometimes. That's how it gets chosen. Hey. It is actually Heidi's and my anniversary today. Yeah, it's our anniversary. But she had to take our eldest daughter to familiarize herself with a college campus that she's going to be going to in a month. So yeah, has to go do mom stuff. So we're going to, you know, have more you know, celebratory anniversary type stuff happen when she gets back. And I think I've talked about it before, about you know, my kids, and when I first got with Heidi, about how I was ill-equipped to, you know, fill in the role of a dad. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very uncomfortable being that person. And it was very awkward. I made a lot of mistakes, and I was like a big, just like clumsy, like ogre, like it was not great. But you know, like over time, you slowly work things out, and then you start to get a better handle on things. But I remember thinking very specifically when I was first around, you know, my kids, like calculating in my head, like, okay, it's only going to be this, like, so many years before they're going to go and graduate from high school, and they're going to go off to college, and then things are going to be back to normal. And then, you know, then I don't have to be in this awkward situation anymore. Yeah. See, that's perfect. Perfect planning. And then now, you know, after years of growing and developing and becoming more in tune with each other and in tune with myself, now they are actually going, and you know, it freaks you out. I mean, I'm happy for my kids, and I'm proud of them and everything, but still, you know, the dynamic of the family, dynamic of our house, it's going to change, you know, and there's an anxiety kind of element about the whole thing, and of course, you know, because, and here's the thing, I mean, our kids they're smart, they're strong, and they got a lot of things going for them, and you know, I know that they'll be fine, you know, when they're on their own and doing their own thing. But of course, I mean, you still worry about them, of course. Yeah, you worry about those babies, huh? You do. Those little turds. Those little shiz heads. Yeah. But no, Heidi, my anniversary wedding. Yeah, crazy. Years. Got married in 2009. Milo. What, really? You're gonna be attitude with me now? What's the matter? What's got you all bothered? Something has just got you just hot under the tail. Huh. All right, we didn't get a squeak from Cassie last time. But let's see if we can get a squeak from her this time. Let's see if we can get a Cassie squeak. It feels like I'm just kind of like going like a lot of the same routes as I did in the last webcast. There we go. I thought that you were going to try to pass that little half-hearted attempt at a squeak off as a squeak. But I'm glad that you were able to muster this one up, Cassie. You're very brave. Thank you. But yeah, Heidi, she's great. I love her. And she's the only one that really knows me. Or the closest person in the world, you know, that knows me or can understand me. That can get me on a deeper level. And you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, I don't know, they think that they do. I was told recently by someone, you know, because they watch the webcast, like, oh, I got you figured out. And it's like, no, not really. Because like, even like, you know, I've been with Heidi for years now, and she'll even be like, you know, I know you, but you still just completely baffle me sometimes. And you know, I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that all the time. Ace! Ace! Okay, just checking, bud. I was just checking. And of course, I'm very open about, you know, just the experience here in my life, on this webcast and stuff like that. And I think that that's a good way to kind of go about trying to do the content. I think that's the right way to do it. But sometimes people get the mistaken idea that they might know more about me, or they might know about the facility just by watching these videos. There was an individual who started volunteering. The first meeting that I had with this individual, can you even see? Oh, look at that. Selena. I almost called you Serena. Selena in the sun. Selena in the sun. But the first meeting, you know, we were going over, you know, the legal paperwork and stuff like that, because you got to sign, you know, waivers, and we have to do our due diligence for people that are going to be working here with the kitty cats. And sat down and talked to the individual, and was going over like, oh, well, here's a lot of the rules, and like you're gonna have to learn a lot of the different things about the facility and about being around the cats and working with them, and it's a learning curve, and you got to walk before you can run, before you can fly, and all of those concepts. And then basically he tells me, like, oh, I pretty much know all the rules because I've watched all your webcasts. And immediately, like, bells and alarms, like, bloop, 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 inside of my head. I'm like, you do not know the rules just by watching these videos, sir. So yeah, like, that's definitely something that was, you know, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. I mean, because people are very familiar. They're very familiar with this, but being familiar with the facility in this less than tangible or virtual reality is different than you know, actually being here, and then feeling the things, and then feeling the enclosures and the air, and then hearing the sounds, and then seeing things, because I'm looking at stuff right now, and I've got a 360-degree spectrum of my surroundings, and there's times where I'm filming myself, but I'm looking and I'm seeing a cat bristling up, or they're about to pounce, or they're about to do something. So there's all of that little stuff, and most of you know, completely get that. You know, you get that. It's interesting because this content creation thing, now it's given me access to this large volume of people, this massive amount of people, and I talk to a lot of people. I email back and forth with people. I will direct message people on Twitter, and direct message people on Vine, and on Facebook and stuff like that, and I'll have these really interesting and engaging conversations with a vast assortment of internet peeps. And that's cool, and I didn't have that available to me before. But yeah, sometimes, you know, it is like different though. It's different than, of course, interacting with people in like the real spectrum of things. And it kind of goes back to, you know, who do you have in your life, like in your actual reality-based life, that you can talk to, that you trust, that you can confide in, that challenges you, that stimulates you, and for me, that's of course, it's Heidi, you know, and she's that person. She's that person for me, and it's why, like, I don't mind engaging with other people online, but when I got her, you know, I mean, I don't have to, I guess, go terribly too deep with a lot of the other, you know, stuff. Keep it just, you know, fairly, just like basic kind of pleasantries, stuff like that. No need to have to get all Diane Sawyer. Because that's sometimes how, you know, they want to, you know, they want to, hey, I want to get to know the real BigCatDerek. It's like, well, I kind of talk about all this stuff already on my web. Oh my gosh, look. I was going to say, I kind of talk about myself just extensively on my webcasts. I don't really leave pretty much anything out. And like I said, I've already got, you know, I've got people that I kind of connect with in the real world, so I don't have to. Oh, it's the lemurs. Look at her. Just kind of keep on waiting, because there's also that whole thing where if I start talking, I don't know if she's going to pick up on what I'm saying and then stop being cute and stop doing cute things. And you know, you don't want to risk that, because that would be bad, because it's always better when they're doing cute things. It's always better when they're doing cute things. No, but I guess I was recently having conversations with, you know, some different folks online, and they were just, you know, asking me different questions, like, hey, you know, like, whatever else, what else, what about you, and everything. And it's just like, well, I don't really, you know, I don't really need to I guess I'm not really interested in kind of going kind of into that, you know, kind of stuff. Not because it's like there's, oh, trust, and I don't want to open myself, because like I said, I just spew stuff out to you guys anyway. But it's like I've already got that role kind of filled in my life, you know, by my wife, by my family, by the people I love. So yeah. And then I guess it's also like when you know, you find yourself just so focused on all sorts of different things to try to, you know, make all this stuff work. I mean, you know, what sort of time that you're able to kind of invest in each individual endeavor or each individual chain of communication. You know, it's limited. Because it's either I'm trying to write a script for a YouTube video, or I'm breaking water lines, or I'm filming a webcast, or spending time with the family, or I'm driving back and forth to work. All those fun things. Which before I used to not be able to kind of balance all this stuff. I feel like I can balance it a lot better now. And here's the crazy thing, not because I decided to slow down, it's because I decided to just be more honest about just like being straightforward about how I just did my work. And just, okay, you know, being rigid and being like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to engage in this endeavor at this time, and then I'm going to lay the bricks of a foundation of whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So it's almost like I'm working more, but I'm feeling more relaxed. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Hi. Hi, cutie patootie. Hi, cutie patootie. I actually wrote down some notes. Oh, new subscriber shout out. I want to start shouting out to new subscribers. CatGoth1. K-A-T Goth number 1. Hello, CatGoth. Thank you for subscribing to the BigCatDerek YouTube channel. I'm also going to be doing some other shout outs. Because I do that now. I shout things out. Oh my gosh, Derek's gotten so Hollywood. He's like getting like boxes from Quest and stuff like that. And he's just like shouting people out and saying, hey, subscribe to the channel and all that stuff. Tell your friends. Man, you know what? He's a big sellout. He's changed. Ugh. Layla. Hi, Sugar Pie. I know, it's still kind of warm out, isn't it? Still kind of warm out. Pride. I want to keep on, you know, hammering out the pride concept. Had some really beautiful things that were said on in the comment section of the last webcast about Zeus. Not only just about the cats and about the things, but talking about some of the things that I was saying and how I presented information. And I didn't really think of it like that. Saying that people use, a guy even used the words profound. He said that the things, and the way that I said things was profound, which I've never thought of myself as a profound person, except maybe in high school when I was a bit of a douche, you know, just like, philosophically, just like, you know, trying to like, I know things about the world, and it's like, kind of like, ugh, ah. But some really very nice things that people said in the comment section, and it really kind of made me believe more, and I talked about this on my Instagram account, made me believe a lot more kind of in like that whole overall pride concept. Just the idea that, you know, yes, there are Pete's and there are Squeaks, and we try to keep things very lighthearted, but at the same time, we're also talking about, like, different things, and we're a community of people, and it's not, like, the Pride is not, like, a BigCatDerek fan club. That's not what the Pride is all about. That's not what I want the Pride to be. And it's not even, like, a care fan club, but it's a community of like-minded, I want it to be a community of like-minded individuals who are concerned with the goings-on here, and who want to take, you know, like things like science and an evidence-based approach towards things, to want to inject humor and levity into situations, to want to be creative, and to be kind of together about a lot of this type of stuff. Those are some of the overarching tones and themes for the Pride. And they were saying that I was talking some stuff about Hold on. You gonna squeak? Just the nature of life and death and responsibility and even just existentialism, stuff like that. And that's great. I'm happy that people are getting that, are drawing that from the content. I think that that's a good thing. It makes me happy that it's not just it's more than just these cats. And I also like it when people interact with each other in the comment section. I love it when people, they talk with each other in the comment sections, or when they tag each other in tweets, and when you know, they discuss points that were made or articles that I've referenced. I really like that. I think that's great, because again, I'm not the only person within the Pride who can generate ideas. And again, that's not supposed to be what the Pride is all about. The Pride is more than just me. And the Pride is more than just even this facility. It's bigger than that. It has the potential to be bigger than that. And that's kind of some of the stuff that, you know, that kind of floats through my head. Man, I know that this thing was really all over the place and it's pretty scatterbrained. But hey, you know, that's what else do you expect? I mean, come on. All right, well, again, if you like the content, like, share, subscribe, comment on stuff, tell your friends about it, tweet about it, Instagram about it, just as long as you give me credit at BigCatDerek. It always helps. Go forth, my pride. Go forth, my pretties. Yeah, no, but spread the word. It's good. It helps. And I'll talk to you folks later, okay? All right, bye-bye. These folks right here have been subscribed to the channel for the longest. They've been here since the beginning, so thank you so much, folks. And these folks here have the highest level of engagement, so the most likes, the most comments, shares, all that fun stuff. So thank you very much. Subscribe. Subscribe.